boy Tommy on the spot. We are live. The main event of WWE Fastlane 2019. One last ride for Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. And yes, my brother-in-law just asked me, are they actually going to come out in the Shield vests and do the whole Shield crowd entrance with the same music and everything? And they are. Here they come, right through the crowd. One last time here, the main event of Fastlane 2019, going against Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and Baron Corbin, who is still in Constable clothing, despite that character ending several months ago. Thanks so much again, guys, for checking us out here. I am Tommy on the Spot. This is Watch Along Wrestling. We do a slew of different live streams, product reviews, daily vlogs, everything you could think of in the world of pro wrestling. If you like what you see, make sure you leave a big thumbs up and subscribe. Already in the archives of the YouTube channel, go back and check it out. We have live streams of 3 of the matches from earlier tonight, including the opening contest between the Usos taking on Shane McMahon and The Miz, which did feature the heel turn of one Shane O'Mac against The Miz in his hometown. We had a live stream reaction for the world title match, which ended up being a triple threat match between Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, and the returning Mustafa Ali. And then the live stream reaction of Charlotte and Becky Lynch, which ended up not really being much of a match. It was actually kind of disappointing. But this should be fun, if nothing else, for nostalgia purposes. They're still building up that this is definitely it for Dean Ambrose, that he is not going to be re-signing. And so, because of Roman Reigns' wishes, they're getting the band back together one more time. And here we go. We'll see how it goes here. All 6 men face-to-face here. We are currently live talking to you guys here on YouTube Live on the mobile chat. So I do apologize if this does end, but I think we figured out a kink. The stream ended right at the end of the Usos and the Shane O'Mac Miz match, right as we were getting off. But I think we're solid now. We ended up getting some things straightened out. So good to be on here with you guys. Let me know what you think about the streams here. Did them separated by the matches this time, so that you can just go back, line this up exactly with the match that you want to see, and hopefully enjoy the commentary that we provide. Shield clears house, takes all 3 men down to the outside, and they're all kind of walking around and stalking everyone out here. Ambrose looks really pumped up and excited, and I'm sure that's a shoot. You know, all stories coming out of the reason he didn't come out at the end when Roman made his return announcement was because he was just literally shooken up backstage. Really, it was affecting him big time. And, you know, this is a guy that, these guys are all real good friends and came into the WWE together in 2012. And, you know, now it looks like Ambrose is ready to kind of go elsewhere. And so why not do this one more time? They really haven't gotten a real opportunity to do a full Shield reunion. You know, they tried to do it years ago, then Roman came down with an illness. They had to replace him with Kurt Angle. And one of my favorite moments of all time, when they're standing in, Seth and Dean are standing in the crowd, and Kurt, like, rises behind them with the big smiley face and the Shield vest. And they've actually made an Elite figure about that. Things Like Collectibles has. Check that out if you're into action figures. And then from there, it's just been one thing after another. You know, they've had a string of bad luck, but here we are. And Ambrose just jumping up and down in the corner there. He looks amped up, ready to go. And now Rollins and Bobby Lashley are going at it. God help us all, if you guys haven't heard the announcement, it'll be Bobby Lashley going against Finn Balor for the Intercontinental title tomorrow on Raw. So if you haven't had your fill of that match, they're doing it again tomorrow night, which should be fun. Maybe not. If you're into it, check it out. I'll be on doing a live stream of the final hour of Raw like we've done in the past, back from my vacation. And Seth Rollins driving Baron Corbin headfirst into that middle turnbuckle. Rollins now going to go get a big tag of Dean Ambrose. Ambrose over the top rope. And now off the ropes goes Ambrose, and big clothesline down to Corbin, and now drops an elbow quickly down on Corbin as Corbin is down on the mat. Corbin now taking Ambrose, bringing him into the corner, his corner, as he tags in Drew McIntyre. We'll say, as we were discussing earlier, really hasn't been any sort of mention of Braun Strowman whatsoever. This guy's just kind of disappeared entirely. I'm not sure if they're going to keep him off TV through WrestleMania, but that's really kind of what I'm thinking here. Haven't done much with Strowman whatsoever, so. Ambrose now, big tags into Rollins, who immediately tags into Reigns. Reigns getting a good ovation as he comes to the ring for the first time. Comes off the rope, and big clothesline takes down McIntyre. We'll say they really brought this Shield reunion back kind of as a way to kind of give you something to kind of sink your teeth into with this Fastlane show, I think. And I will say it has worked. The crowd has been, any mention of the Shield, they've been really excited about. They're really into this and really happy to see Roman Reigns' big return to the ring. And who wouldn't be? So, got to give him credit for that. Shield now stalking to the outside. It's crazy to think, guys, we were just 4 weeks away from WrestleMania. So things should really be picking up, I'd say, within the next couple days here on Raw and SmackDown. We'll have you covered, at least on Raw tomorrow night, and then we'll talk about SmackDown, I'm sure, throughout the week. Something fun we are doing as well are a couple different watch-alongs. That's what we do here on Watch Along Wrestling. We're going to go back and we're going to rewatch over the next 4 weeks the 4 different WrestleManias that have taken place live in New York City or the surrounding parts of MetLife Stadium. So this Wednesday, 3 p.m., join me, but I'll be rewatching and perhaps really for the first time watching WrestleMania 1 in its entirety. So definitely join me for that. Jump in the live chat. Let me know your thoughts of WrestleMania 1, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Watch Along Wrestling. And Drew McIntyre now takes Roman Reigns, brings him into the corner. Oh, big elbow from Roman to Drew McIntyre, as now Roman looks like he's already going for a tag, but turns around, slaps Drew McIntyre, big tag to Seth Rollins. It does, you know, Roman and Dean both look like they've changed quite a bit since the Shield was the Shield. Seth Rollins looks exactly the same. If you took this Seth Rollins and matched him up with 2012 Seth Rollins Shield uniform, it looks literally like the exact same guy. Did see some stuff on Twitter, which you can follow me over at WatchWrestlePod. Folks saying it would have been cool to see big, the Shield come down with the Shield masks that they had back in the day, and that would have been awesome. Unfortunately, we didn't get the masks. Oh my gosh! Rollins went for what basically thought McIntyre was coming into the corner, went to leapfrog him, but McIntyre sidestepped him, kicked him right in the face while he was mid-leapfrog up in the air. Really cool stuff. Now Lashley going after Seth Rollins. No sign of Lio Rush. So for this week at least, they're broken up. And now Lashley taking Rollins spine first into the barricade. Now picking him up on his shoulder and dropping it. No. Again. Barricade and taking him rib first into the barricade. We'll say Baron Corbin, McIntyre, and Lashley also look really pumped up that they're in this main event here, and they don't look like they're taking this lightly. Be interesting to see kind of where those 3 guys end up, if at all, on the WrestleMania card, which we're starting to see kind of take shape throughout the night. For those of you who don't know, Elias has been making appearances throughout the night and made his last appearance right before this match, was laid out with an RKO, which did lead to AJ Styles showing up and taking Randy Orton out. So it does appear that's the way they're going for WrestleMania, and if given time, AJ Styles and Randy Orton, I feel, could honestly steal the show at WrestleMania. So Corbin now trading rights here with Rollins. Rollins now getting on the offensive, taking it into the back, and now Big Elbow takes Rollins down, and now Corbin goes behind Rollins and works over his neck. While he does this, I will let you guys know, in case you're just tuning in, just checking this out for the first time, I'll give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of everything that's gone on so far. On the kickoff show tonight, it was the team of Big E and Xavier Woods defeating the team of Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. Then the show opened with the aforementioned Usos defeating Shane McMahon and The Miz, and they blew off, seems like this storyline, Shane McMahon turning on The Miz, laying him out in front of his father, right in front of his hometown. So the crowd was really into that, all over Shane. Shane McMahon turned heel, and it looks like that's the way they're going for WrestleMania. From that moment on, they had a U.S. title match. This wasn't in order, but they had a U.S. title match that was added to the show. It was Samoa Joe defeating Rey Mysterio, Andrade, and R-Truth in his first defense of the United States Championship. Asuka defeated Mandy Rose, and is still the women's champion. The team... It would be a shame if McIntyre... Yes, it would certainly be a shame if McIntyre... It's kind of a shame that McIntyre has been lumped in with the rest of this crew here, because I do feel like he is at a point where he should be way above these guys. And if they're looking for something from McIntyre, you have someone sitting there in Braun Strowman who doesn't have a big WrestleMania match to his name. I mean, Strowman, despite being a big part of the storyline over the last couple of years, he was in the Andre 2 years ago and unceremoniously thrown out. And then last year was in a kind of a throwaway tag team match that I was, good for a cheap pop, him winning the title with 9-year-old Nicholas Cohn. So he definitely needs something. And I think McIntyre and Strowman would be a good use of both guys. And McIntyre definitely deserves something. I do also think there's a small chance that Ziggler gets added to that. They keep bringing up Ziggler from time to time. Big elbow drop off the top to the outside by Ambrose, lays out McIntyre. And I don't believe that Ziggler has ever had a one-on-one match at WrestleMania, so I personally would like to see something a little more for McIntyre than Ziggler, but I wouldn't necessarily rule that out. Ambrose getting back in, but taken down by Corbin, and a big forearm there by Ambrose takes out Corbin. Now, Lashley comes in, big spear to Ambrose. And McIntyre looks like he's going for the cover. I could imagine that's not going to be it. No, Roman breaking it up, and we'll continue on. Just rounding out the rest of the card earlier, the Boston Hug Connection, Sasha Banks, Bayley defeated Nia Jax and Tamina, but were laid out afterwards. And then Nia Jax and Tamina laid out Beth Phoenix, who was doing commentary as a special guest commentator during that match. And Natty came to her defense, but she was laid out by Tamina and Nia as well. So I'm guessing that feud either continues, or maybe they use the Women's Battle Royal to do something with the women's tag titles at WrestleMania, which would make sense to a certain degree and could be fun to kind of check out as well. So we'll see. From there, Daniel Bryan was successful in retaining the world title, defeating both Mustafa Ali and Kevin Owens. The Revival, I didn't mention this earlier, but the Revival also defeated Chad Gable and Glorious Bobby Roode, as well as the team of Aleister Black and Ricochet by defeating Roode and Gable. This was a great match. Go out of your way to check this one out. I think it was probably my pick for match of the night thus far. That, or I'd say that, or the Daniel Bryan Kevin Owens match. Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, and Mustafa Ali. Those are your two top matches of the night thus far. Ronda and Becky wasn't much. Becky and Charlotte wasn't much of anything. Becky's in the match. They did a deal where Charlotte dominated Becky throughout the whole match. Becky was on one leg for most of it. Ronda came out, got to get her plug in for the Sonya Blade kind of get up that she's been doing for the Mortal Kombat deal, and went in and immediately just kicked Becky, got Becky disqualified. Becky's added, and we have a triple threat for the women's title at WrestleMania. All right, so now Lashley works over in the corner of Ambrose, lays Ambrose down. Big shoulder to the midsection of Ambrose. And Lashley now really working over the neck there. I assume Shield wins this match. I think in my prediction video, I said one of two things happen. Shield wins this match, which they probably should. It's Roman Reigns' big comeback. And then I think Dean turns on Roman there. I think there's a great possibility that happens. If that does happen, I could see it happening in the show celebration. Or the Team Lashley wins the match. And Becky won by DQ. She is in the main event of WrestleMania. Yes, Becky did win. She's in the main event of WrestleMania, but it was by DQ. Kind of a throwaway match. You can go check out. We just did a watch-along on that match as well. Roman turning heel, I don't see it right now because of the fact... I just feel like if Roman turned heel, they finally got into a point where the crowd loves him. And if they did all that and you know, now he's finally getting cheers, to turn him heel, I feel like would be throwing that away. Mustafa Ali and Samoa Joe for the U.S. title, I could absolutely see that. That would be great. Part of me also feels like they could be doing Joe versus Cena. Could do a deal where Joe starts kind of mocking the U.S. Open Challenge and then have Cena come out, answer it at WrestleMania. I don't think Cena's booked for anything until Mania, so that would be your way to get Cena on the show as well. And then you can kind of have Mustafa Ali be a part of maybe the world title match. I think hopefully there's something from Mustafa as well. I think you're going to get a lot of multi-man matches on Mania. I think they're really going to try to get as many people on the WrestleMania show as possible. So you're going to get a lot of three-ways, four-ways, battle royals, mixed tags, six-man tags, all that. Suplex there from Ambrose to McIntyre. Interesting to see with Roman, too. If Roman can't do a full singles match, and I don't know that he can or he can't, maybe they do another tag team bout or something with, if they get Strowman or Ambrose involved in that. Bobby Lashley goes for a suplex off the second rope to Ambrose. So an EC3 sighting, by the way, earlier on the pre-show, for those who don't know. We've been looking for EC3. He was on the pre-show, showed up and was practically called a joke pretty much right away by Mandy Rose. And, Michael Cole and the Usos versus the Hardys for the SmackDown Live tag belts. That would be awesome. I think that would be kind of a dream match of sorts there, and I could definitely get into that at Mania. That would be good stuff. Lashley tagging in Drew McIntyre here. McIntyre cuts off Ambrose before he can get to his corner. Ambrose with the Ambrose vintage-like clothesline where he falls in between the two ropes, bounces back up, clotheslines, and knocks down McIntyre. And yes, that is an homage to Nigel McGuinness, as Renee, by the way, called that. Good call by Renee. Big clothesline there for Dean Ambrose. For Roman now, in on Corbin. Corbin off the ropes. Big clothesline off the ropes from Roman to Corbin. Couple of forearms there from Roman, knocking down both Lashley and McIntyre off the apron. Off the rope he goes. Big boot. Takes down Baron Corbin. Reigns giving a big hoo-ha. And I will say, it's cool to see the crowd do the ooh-ah, but I will tell you this. I've been to many shows where the crowd boos Roman Reigns out of the building the entire night. But when he gets down to do the big Superman punch and does the ooh-ah, everybody does it together. Drive-by kick to Corbin for a 2 count. McIntyre breaks it up. Rollins off the top rope. Big clothesline takes down Drew McIntyre. Lashley comes in, though. He now goes over and has Rollins up, but Ambrose pulls Rollins down, and he goes for a big kick. Another kick from Rollins. Ambrose now spaghetti-legged in the corner, off the ropes. Big drop kick from Rollins takes Lashley down to the outside. If it were Raw, they'd say, we'll be back after these messages, as the Shield is all together in the middle of the ring. And now Ambrose and Rollins off the rope. Flying clotheslines. Sentons, whatever they are, off the top, through the ropes, taking down both Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. Now Corbin is down to the outside, and Roman's signaling for it. He's got his tongue out, he's feeling it. Roman Reigns off the ropes, and intercepted by Corbin. I thought for a second Corbin had him. He caught him and laid out Roman in the center of the ring and got a 2 count. And I thought for a second that's how they were going to end it, to set up the rumored Baron Corbin Roman Reigns match for WrestleMania. But I don't know if there's much to that rumor. That seems like that was a little too much early speculation. Ambrose laying out everyone in the timekeeper's area, running off the tables, laying everyone out. Chaos is ensuing here, as now Corbin is with Reigns in the center of the ring. Big right hand, though, from Roman Reigns as he gets back to a vertical base. Both men standing up, trading right hands. Now, Corey Graves saying that Roman Reigns is learning. I would love to show the show. Unfortunately, though, can't show it because of the fact that that'd be a copyright deal there. But it's on the network. If you sign up for a free deal of the network, you'll get this and WrestleMania. Super easy to do. I would highly recommend doing that. It's not like that'll be, a difficult. I've heard people get free streams over and over and over again, free subscriptions there. Unfortunately, I cannot. I would be thrown off there. I do apologize, though. Hopefully you understand. Big choke slam from Corbin, laying out Roman Reigns, and another 2 count. But Corbin is hanging with Roman right now. Now they're showing all the way in the crowd. Everybody is fighting over there by the crowd, behind everything. It's all good. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. Thanks for checking us out here. Everybody now laying out, going crazy in the crowd. You got 4 guys battling it out. This is like vintage WWE Attitude Era hardcore stuff. Everyone is just battling in the crowd. And you don't see anybody. I'm stunned you don't see anyone trying to get themselves on television, which is always something to kind of look out for. McIntyre down in one of those chairs. Ambrose is leveling him. Back to the ring now. Looks like Corbin's getting Reigns up for some sort of suplex off the second turnbuckle there. They've now said a couple of times. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that. And now they're really back and forth there. They're showing that everyone's battling by the pre-show panel area. That's Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and Ambrose. While I sure hope this will finally be the time that Rollins gets the Universal Championship. That would be brutal if they had Brock Lesnar go over again. Sit down powerbomb from Reigns to Corbin. For a 2 count, Corbin kicks out. Tell you, Corbs is really bringing it this match, though. He's shown a lot. Now both Lashley and McIntyre have Ambrose down on that pre-show panel desk, and now Rollins looks like he's climbing into the crowd. Gaming says, let's go Roman. Big crossbody from Rollins. Out of the stands, lays out all 3 men. I'm fit. In this particular match, I'm either going to go... I think the way they're going to go with this is a Shield victory. I think the Shield stand tall. But wouldn't be surprised to see a turn at the end of this match. Also not ruling out the idea of Ambrose taking a big fall here. And then showing some frustration with the Shield members. But I'm going to go with the Shield. It's Roman's return match. He's got to get the win. Roman Reigns now going for... getting ready for the Superman punch, but he's caught by Corbin. But Corbin, well, he got him up for the chokeslam, elbowed by Reigns. Wow. Corbin went under the rope, but got kicked in the meantime of while he was going under the rope. Superman punch from Reigns. Corbin again kicks out. Corbin really is firecracker under his ass this match. This might be the best I've seen Corbin look. Yeah, Roman... Oh, that is very true. I mean, you're absolutely right. I think we'll definitely see the Shield at some point again, many a time. I think they did the final match ever for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and we'd seen that about 3,000 times. I think we literally saw it like 6 weeks later. Thanks so much, Patrick. Appreciate that, buddy, for the sub. Big Superman punch there from Roman Reigns. End of days! Is that it? Oh! 2 3/4. Thank you so much, Gaming. Appreciate the subscription, pal. Wow. Ambrose and Rollins got in there at the last second. I was just like, they are going to put Corbin over Roman clean with the end of days in his return match. That was like 2 7/8. Baron Corbin big now. He's on top on Roman and on Seth rather, kicking him. And the crowd, you can tell, is just like really like, Jesus. I think the crowd was also just as nervous that was going to be the end of the match there. It looked like that was it. Corbin now standing tall over all members of the Shield, goes back to Roman. And it would actually make sense. They don't do this too often, but it would make sense for someone coming back after an injury or something, coming back during their first match to be a little rusty, right? And Corbin now directing traffic, clawing for the tables. Tell you guys, this is a fun little 6-man brawl. If you get an opportunity, go ahead and check this one out. This is worth going out of your way to see. This has been a fun match. They're clearing off. Is that now the German table or is that the Spanish table? Spanish table. Spanish table. Those guys can't catch a break. Going on over 20 years. And they're going for trying to get Roman up now. Over by that table. And now they're getting rid of the table where Corey, Michael, and Renee are sitting at. Clearing that table as well. And I think what they're teasing is they're going to get Roman up for the Shield powerbomb that they had done to Strowman at the last show. But no, Ambrose and Rollins are having none of it. Yeah, so every time that poor Spanish table. Rollins and Ambrose taking down McIntyre and Lashley. But now Lashley back up on his feet. He has Seth up, goes to pick him up, and but as he does, Roman with the Superman punch to Lashley, and now Rollins curb stomp to Lashley on the table. You're at the table. Spear from Roman to Baron Corbin on the outside. This is crazy. This is good stuff.
The good old, the classic brawl everywhere.
Yeah, brawl, absolutely. Yeah, this is reminiscent of the early Shield matches where they'd have your 6-man matches, battle all over the arena. This is good stuff. Rollins teasing it now. Looks like they're getting ready for the big Shield powerbomb through the table. And they're looking like they're really amped up. I don't know who they're going for. This would have been a perfect time to have Leo Rush out there. There's some big dudes getting ready for that powerbomb. Too intense this is. I love it. And now they're picking up McIntyre. Yeah, Shield having a hell of a match. Big ooh as the entire crowd does it with Roman. Roman picks up McIntyre and really delaying something here. Shield powerbomb through the Spanish announce table. McIntyre thrown through. As all three of them are really on top of McIntyre, stalking him out there. Shield standing tall. Crowd chanting for one more time.
It's funny.
Oh, thanks so much, Joel. Really appreciate that.
It's funny because the English announce table is actually closer.
But they always go for the Spanish table, no matter what. They'll go out of their way to find it. Yeah, I agree. They got to do something with Drew McIntyre. I could definitely see him switching brands when it comes to going over to SmackDown. Get him away from this Universal title mix. Would have loved to see him, in the mix for the that title again. Yeah, Spanish table destroyed. The Shield now all stalking poor Baron Corbin, who's now in the ring all by himself, and they're all over there. Crowd screaming, this is awesome, and it has been. This has been a great match. Really doesn't even look like anyone in the crowd is sitting. Like, they're into this. They've done a really good job to add some spice here to the Fastlane show by bringing the Shield back one more time. One more time. Well, let's see how it goes. But here they go. They're all getting in the ring. Corbin is getting up to his feet nice and slow. And realizing that he's kind of in no man's land here. Realizing he's surrounded. Yeah, hey, wouldn't be surprised. I do think we might get a heel turn here. But a big super kick here from Ambrose. Superman punch from Reigns. Kick and dirty deeds from Ambrose. Ambrose. Now they're all trying to get the crowd into it. Ambrose going over to the Shield. He's pumped up. Now they're chanting for one more time. Roman's got his finger up. I think somebody's cussing because they just lost the feed on the sound for a second. And the crowd, everybody's amped up here. Yep, and now big time Shield powerbomb incoming to Corbin. And I think that's all she wrote. 1, 2, 3. The Shield victorious at WWE Fastlane. A great match. This thing went on for a little over 25 minutes. Go out of your way to check this out. I think this was match. Do you think this was match of the night?
Yeah, probably.
Match of the night. This was fun. Yeah, I hear Roman versus Corbin at WrestleMania 35. If this was any indication, that'd be a hell of a match. Hopefully, you give something a little more there. Yeah, they need to figure out what to do with all three of those guys. I feel like Lashley, Corbin, and McIntyre definitely need more. I'll definitely let you know. We will be here till the end of the show. Yeah, Roman really the biggest star right now, I'd say, in WWE. Great, great match from all three of these guys. All hugs here. Wouldn't be shocked if we see the little NXT. Yeah, big win for the Shield. Wouldn't be surprised if we see, if this was NXT, we would totally see the little trademark pop up on the bottom of the screen and look like they were going to go. Yeah, it was a great match. I love that they actually teased that they were going to double powerbomb Dean Ambrose through the glass desk that they do the pre-show on, which is just insane that they were even teasing that was an option. But it would have been fun if that was like sugar glass and they had a way to figure that out. Showing all the highlights here. Any more of Kofi? I think Kofi's going to find his way into that match against Daniel Bryan for the world title at WrestleMania. I'd be stunned if Kofi is not a part. They've just been building it up and mentioning how everybody wants Kofi in there so bad. I think the reason he was taken out of this match originally for Fastlane was to be moved over for the main event of WrestleMania. At least that's what I hope. I'm hoping. But it just would make sense. I think the plan was originally Owens versus Bryan at Mania, and then they switched them because they just realized they kind of caught lightning in a bottle with Kofi, and everyone's so pumped for that. A lot of crowd shots here, showing the highlight package there. that's it for the matchups, Charlie. That was your main event, the Shield main event. Oh yeah, crowd will be all for Kofi and the New Day the entire weekend there. Yeah, if he doesn't get the championship, that will be a real bummer. And they're showing the Shield now with the WrestleMania sign behind him. It does not look like they're going to do a turn here, which is what I thought they were going to do, but I've been wrong before. But it looks like everyone's all smart. Wait. Now, Ambrose is kind of walking around everyone there. We'll let you guys know. Brock Lesnar, we haven't seen him since the day after the Royal Rumble. Fastlane trademarks up, Shield fists. Looks like we're getting ready for photo shoot with, who was that? AJ?
Yep.
With AJ Styles and, let's see, are we getting anything or are we going to black? We are at black. No heel turn. Shield ends up winning the match, stands tall to end the show. Thanks so much, guys, for checking us out here on Watch Along Wrestling. Go back through the archives. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to have a lot more great content throughout the week. Beyond tomorrow night for the final hour of Monday Night Raw streaming live. So make sure you check that out if you're a fan of Raw. Could be a fun night. And thanks so much for the sub, buddy. Appreciate it. And yeah, so many finishers there to end the match. And really, really good stuff. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Again, if you want to chat with me over on Twitter, you can find me at WatchWrestlePod. And again, I'll be back with you guys again here on YouTube. It is my pleasure. Thank you so much, guys, for checking us out here and for joining in on the live chat. It makes it all that more fun.